Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm going to outline how to create change with the new moon and setting intention with the cosmic energy that's around us. So the new moon offers us an energetic influence of beginning something new. Whether we're aware of it or not, we're always creating something new with this cycle. And so it helps to be mindful and intentional each time the moon comes around in complete darkness, so we can sit with ourselves, sit with our intentions, ask ourselves what works, and ask ourselves what we want to shift and change in this next cycle. Each time the moon is new, it's the sun and the moon are aligned in the same astrological sign. And so this gives us this huge astrological influence, this download of whatever sign it is in. So this is a general video, but if you go into my group or my page, I will always be sharing specific information with that energy of what's going on for that particular moon phase. So this is a good time to understand the astrological archetype. So for like whatever that moon is, if it's Aries or Gemini, Taurus, we're working with an archetypal energy from the stars. So this moon is offering us these potential benefits, and then also having an awareness of the shadow side of this archetype, this zodiac archetype, is also going to help us understand where to kind of be aware of ourselves. And then sometimes it's always going to be influencing other people subconsciously, so we can notice these shadow traits around us and not take it so personally as well. So we can get really clear with our intentions for each moon phase, and we can work with that energy in a very optimal, intentional way. So when we're setting intentions, I love to write things down over typing them out. I feel, especially as an empath, when we are writing, when we're using our hand in a physical way and we're articulating our thoughts, we become this channel, and we can write things out that we might have never even really thought before. So this is something that I find very true for me, that when I journal, I get a lot of clarity, and there's things that I spell out that I might not have typed out or I might not have said out loud. So each time the moon is new, it's important to ask yourself, what do you want? How do you want to feel with this? When we think about the things that we're wanting in our life, we have an emotional attachment to it. So what is it that we're really wanting to feel in these moments? What kind of archetypes are involved here? If you can't answer that question right now, that's okay. Maybe just kind of put it out there, and you can feel it out later. What does this feel like physically? So if I know that I want to leave my 9-to-5 job and start something that utilizes my creativity, how will I feel in this new change? If I'm waking up and I'm creating my own day and I'm working with people one-on-one, how do I imagine this to feel like in my body physically, and even how does that feel energetically? So what kind of grounding practices can I do right now, today, to support this being anchored in? And this, I'm speaking about that energetic feeling. So if I know I'm going to feel confident, I'm going to feel fulfilled, I'm going to feel empowered, what kind of things can I do right now to feel that way? And if I know that I want to leave my 9-to-5, what do I need to be doing today to make that a reality? What kind of action steps do I need to be taking today to make sure that I can really make this a realistic thing in my life. So when we journal about this and when we create art, we can just do something very abstract, more around the feeling, or we can actually like draw a picture of seeing ourselves interacting the way we want, the way we're visualizing. So this is a really good way to bring the energy of our thought into our emotional body and into a physical place. So then we can reference this throughout each week as we're working with the moon phase. So then it's really important to understand what kind of limiting beliefs we have and what kind of limiting beliefs that we have to give up in order for the new moon intentions to manifest. So sometimes when we think about the changes we want and the action steps involved and the sacrifices that are needed to make these changes, a lot of things can come up for us. So like my 9-to-5 gives me security. My 9-to-5 makes me feel like I have this comfort and security in it where I am in a routine and I am like, I just know that I have this thing to rely on. And stepping outside of that makes me feel very uneasy. There's this fantasy, this romantic vision of it, but that leap, that in between feels so vulnerable, feels so unsure. I have to struggle with my confidence because now I have to go get clients on my own. I have to be seen more. I have to articulate my ideas in a very good way. So all of these can bring up a lot of emotional things for me. And when I get very clear on these limiting beliefs, I can understand more about why I hold myself back and what keeps me from moving forward. So when I know, okay, so it's really important for me to feel safe and secure, to feel like I definitely know I have a paycheck coming next week. That's something that I value. So getting clear with my personal self-doubt and the value I have with that is going to help me. Okay, so now to make this happen, I need to make sure I have so many clients set up and paid in full for me to make that leap. So I can create a realistic plan to help me stay feeling sure of myself, to feel confident about this. So yes, so we're getting really clear with our resistance, our fears, or any other emotion involved. We can get really clear with that, and we can understand how making these changes are also, like, we have this romantic idea about it, but it could also bring up a lot of shadow parts for us. So we can really work with the whole picture as we shift and make these changes in our life. So and so what positive attributes, it's a positive attribute to want to feel safe and secure. That's a very normal human thing. So how can I step out of my comfort zone while feeling grounded and safe? Or what kind of self-talk, what kind of mindset work can I do so when I'm standing in front of a group of people talking about myself, what can I do to make sure I'm feeling okay with myself? What kind of things can I say to myself, or what kind of things can I set in place so I have these coping strategies to move into that direction that I want to move in? Okay, so I will see you in the next unit about getting very clear with your authentic archetypes and how to work with that.